If you're building a SaaS business and you are unsatisfied with the rate of growth, if you're a little worried on whether you'll be able to raise that next round, if you're looking to adjust to this new economic environment, in this episode, I'm going to be walking through the 3 metrics to look at on how you can figure out how to repivot your business to focus on the right areas so you can accelerate growth. Intro. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Unstoppable. On this channel, I bring you an episode every Sunday and every Wednesday to help SaaS startup founders like you build an unstoppable strategy and accelerate your growth. Be sure to hit that subscribe button and that bell icon so I bring an episode with the TK energy every Sunday and Wednesday, and you will not want to miss it. So if you're a startup founder and you're not quite happy with your growth, if you're worried about raising that next round of funding, if you're trying to figure out how to focus in on the right areas, on this video, I'm going to be walking you through the 3 metrics to actually dig into. These 3 are the most important metrics out of a total of 10 metrics that I look at every single time I diagnose a SaaS business. So if you're excited to dig in, smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm, and let's go into the first one. So every single time I get brought into a SaaS business, the first metric that I really want to look at is the feature usage by market segment. The feature usage by market segment, I usually visualize it where each of these are features, and I split them up by in terms of usage, the number of times people are using it every day, based on market segment. The power in this is a lot of startup founders that I meet, that I work with, they started with the product and they've really built out a pretty wide feature set. And there are a lot of different angles in which people are using the product. But every single time I diagnose a SaaS business, and this was true for ToutApp, this was true for Marketo, whenever I looked at the business, I found there was 1 or 2 features that was the lion's share. They were the 80% of what really brought the value to the product. And when you start to look at that split by market segment, if you can filter it by different segments of the market you're serving, you'll start to understand which aspect of your product, which aspect of your platform is really driving the growth. Now, with the other metrics that I show you, you'll see that market segmentation is going to be an important group by. The reason I always group by market segment is as startup founders, you again start really wide. You try a number of different features and you add a bunch of features, and you also try to bring in as many users and customers as possible. The trick to actually growing faster is honing in on that one feature that works really well for that one market segment that works really well. Now, I keep the definition of market segment a little loose in the beginning. You can do it based on SMB, like small, mid-market, or enterprise, or you can do it more around user personas and customer personas. And that's something that you can think about. But the important part is you group your customers into segments that logically make sense, and you look at your feature usage across the platform. Once you've looked at the feature usage, the next thing I look at, again, based on market segment, is the LTV. The LTV is one of my most favorite metrics because once you have enough data on a business, which you should if you have enough revenue so far, you'll start to understand who are your most profitable customers. Who are the customers that buy the most and stay the longest? And essentially, the higher the LTV, the better off these customers are. So I like to break down the LTV based on specific market segments. And when you start to do that, instead of just looking at a broad LTV number, you can start to see which type of customers, which segment of your customer base in your broad customer base tends to be the most profitable. Before I go to principle number 3, let me just pause here for a second. I said I'd give you the 3 metrics out of 10 that I look at. If you're starting to see a pattern in this, you're pretty smart, I'd say. And if you're starting to see the pattern, in case you're not seeing it yet, the pattern here is that my thesis around diagnosing SaaS businesses is that they start pretty wide. They start with a wide number of features, they start with a wide number of users, they start with a pretty wide ICP just to see what sticks. And that alone can get you to maybe $1 million, $3 million, $10 million ARR. But if you're really trying to scale and really go the distance, the name of the game becomes segmentation. The name of the game becomes focus. The name of the game in any business, not just SaaS businesses, is actually figuring out the few things that work really well and to double down on that so you can scale faster. This is why I look at features that are being used so that I can cut certain features that are no longer being used. This is why I look at the LTV so I can cut out certain markets and certain go-to-market motions that aren't being used. If you're starting to see the magic in this, if you're starting to see how focusing on fewer things can actually help you grow faster, can I just get a yes in the comments below, or just smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm? Now let me go on to principle number 3. Principle number 3 is I want to see churn by reason, again, broken down by market segment. Now, if you're not tracking this, that's okay. I bet you can get your CSMs or your customer success leader into a room, go through the last 100 churns that you've had or however number you've had, and hopefully it's not a lot, and you can actually assign reason codes. Reason codes include they left for the competition, reason code includes cut of budget, reason code includes change of leadership. Any number of those reason codes are great, but again, you want to allocate how many dollars you lost because of churn based on each of those reasons, and again, you want to break it down across market segment. Now, these are just the 3 metrics out of 10 that I look at when diagnosing a SaaS business. So to recap, the first one I look at is what features are actually getting used the most, again, by market segment. The second thing I look at is who are the most profitable customers based on LTV, again, based on market segment. And number 3 I look at is who are the people that are leaving and why, again, based on market segment. These are just 3 metrics that I look at and you can start looking at right away to understand how to actually craft a growth strategy for your SaaS business. How to actually figure out which part of your business is actually working better than the rest of them so you can pivot in your focus and grow faster by doubling down on what's working. That is the secret to scaling. Now, if you're interested in working with me to actually diagnose your SaaS business and craft a growth strategy, then I'll include a link down below where you can book a strategy call with me. Or you can just go to tkkader.com/apply. And in there, you just answer a couple of questions and we'll get on a strategy call and we'll figure out if my 10-point framework for actually diagnosing a SaaS business can help you guys actually grow faster in any economic environment. If you like this video, please be sure to smash that like button. Also, I drop an episode like this every Sunday and every Wednesday to help startup founders like you create and execute on an unstoppable strategy for your SaaS business. So be sure to hit that subscribe button and that bell icon. And if you have a friend who's also a founder and could get value from this video, please share it with them. If you're part of a Slack group or an email list, share it there as well. It would mean the world to me and my team. And lastly, remember, everyone needs a strategy for their life and their business. But when you are with us, yours is going to be unstoppable. I'm TK, and I will see you in the next episode.